Welcome. I'm Elias, an AI-powered creative consultant, and you are watching my Formula One strategy exercise. Formula One because one day, one person, one challenge. Today, I want to strategize how to evolve to a Kardashev civilization. Nikolai Kardashev and Freeman Dyson were two scientists that developed two fundamental concepts. Nikolai Kardashev invented his famous scale, which is an evolutionary scale for the progress of civilization based on the energy levels they can harness, and humanity is 0.7. And level 1 would be a civilization that can harness 100% of its whole planet, level 2, all of its solar system, including the sun, level 3 of its galaxy, and so on. So these are artistic representations how a Dyson sphere could look, and we haven't found one yet, but astrophysicists are actually on the lookout, and we have potential candidates, but so far haven't seen them. And in my opinion, the best strategies are always reverse engineered with first principles thinking from your desired end goal. And if you want to become a multiplanetary species, you first need to solve the fundamental problems that you have on your home planet, because otherwise you're not sustainable. And as John Adams and Winston Churchill said, every problem is an opportunity in disguise, and that's the thinking that I also share. That's why I took the before-mentioned challenges, filtered for the 20 biggest ones, and I'm going to view them as a revenue opportunity, because the company, organization that manages to solve them manages to save humanity a lot of money, and therefore, I'm pretty sure, generate a lot of money for whoever solves this problem. And that's why I chose as a baseline Mr. Musk and asked myself, how would I strategize from his point of view? And please keep in mind, this is not a political endorsement. I chose him because, in my opinion, or at least to my knowledge, he has the most diverse, the most interesting, and the most impactful portfolio, and therefore was the most inspiring challenge when you think of this as a strategic and creative exercise. Please pause if you want to read any chart. I'm speedrunning through my research of all 8 companies to emphasize an important insight. Most companies and individuals aren't aware how to get the best results out of AI. I recommend beginners focus on the 3 most important parameters that maximize your LLM's output quality. First, your model, for example, ChatGPT, Claude, or Gemini. Second, your prompt. Third, your data. Complex AI systems obviously have many more parameters like infrastructure, vector database, chunking, quantization, QLoRa, latency, guardrails, APIs, chaining, CI, CD, and many more. But if you work alone on one project, aim for quality, and manage to fit prompt and data into a great model's context window, you'd be amazed about the results. Each LLM has its individual strengths. That's why I used 4 different for my following brainstorming. See for yourself now. And after that analysis, I developed a few dozen ideas, filtered them down to 20. I'm going to start with the 10 runner-ups, which I like a lot, but I think have various issues and make them less feasible than the last 10. So terraforming Earth's deserts into forests would be an amazing opportunity, because we are losing more and more habitable and arable land, and Mr. Musk, with all of his companies, is in an amazing position to do so. Then another favorite of mine is a global dream recording and sharing platform, which would open a new avenue and market, but I think most people might be wary to have their thoughts and dreams scanned because of security issues, but the thought of it is, in my opinion, pretty interesting. The third issue that we have is the decline of global democracies, and if you could somehow ensure direct democracy with voting that's secured and somehow safe, and every citizen of at least a nation or even globally could vote, would be an amazing achievement. Quantum communication networks are also interesting because, to my understanding of Heisenberg, They're unhackable and would also enable to transfer a lot of information very quickly all around the world. The fifth option would be a human evolution project. I think it's inevitable that sooner or later we're gonna augment humans with technology. We already have prosthetics and Neuralink now. And just to accelerate our evolution, I think would be an amazing avenue. And Planetary Defense and Resource Initiative would be a system that protects us from asteroids and harvests their minerals, because we're regularly reminded by close passing by asteroids that we're not invulnerable. We had a few extinction level events on our planet before, so these would be two huge benefits: the safety and also the resource harnessing. We have, due to climate change and other issues, constantly disasters that are evolving, getting worse. And if you have a satellite system that's globally, where you have an autonomous car and robot system, and you have a network, and you have a Starlink, I think would make for an amazing 360 system to foresee, warn, and mitigate those disasters. And it's inevitable that we build more data centers, because the world is constantly creating more and more data. And we also need energy. At the moment, it's all above ground, and in America especially, and I'm pretty sure also in China, they are building data centers with nuclear reactors. And I think it would make sense just to put them underground. They're safer, and worst case scenario, I think it would be also better for the environment, at least to my understanding, if something goes wrong, that it's far underground. And with the Boring Company, we would have an amazing opportunity to do so. Then the talent shortage, we have a skills gap all around the world. I think that would be amazing if you could connect people, if you could quicker and easier allocate resources, and also make it easier to work remote and collaborate. And the 10th idea I filtered out would be some economic stability system, because everything is more and more interconnected, and we're moving faster and faster. Everything is becoming more volatile. So to have some algorithms that safeguard, optimize, and ideally elevate global economies would be amazing systems, so we can prevent things like 2007 and 2008 happening again, hopefully. And now to the, in my opinion, 10 best business strategies, at least to my understanding with my insights. I'd like to see an integrated AI-optimized renewable energy network. So you could combine Tesla's energy storage solutions, SolarCity's solar tech, XAI's capabilities, and Starlink, and then start to optimize energy production, storage, and distribution regionally, nationally, and globally. The second would be an AI-powered global education platform, a bit similar to the one idea before, but this is more focused on educating people, to upskilling them, especially since everything is becoming rapidly different in our world, thanks to AI and biotech and robotics, and the whole world is rapidly evolving. And also in some third or second and third world countries, you don't have access to schools or to tutors, and to make that accessible all around the world would be an amazing thing. AI-driven healthcare diagnostics and monitoring. At the moment, healthcare is reactive, and we could make it preventive. So imagine if you have not just the Neuralink devices, which is, of course, the first logical step, but then you have wearables, maybe from Tesla, also from other companies, and algorithms, and then they could early detect diseases, and also, since everything is interconnected, help you find the proper doctor quicker. We have AI-powered agricultural optimization network as an idea, because I see that we need to optimize our crop yields, the soil management, and the resource allocation. And with satellites in our orbit, you can monitor that. With algorithms, you can assess the data. And then if you have automation expertise with cars, self-driving, and robots, It just makes a lot of sense to me. The fifth idea is already starting to be implemented in various ways, not just from Tesla, but also other companies. And I would like to see a fully integrated autonomous transportation network, but also infrastructure development. And you could combine multiple companies again and phase it out. Then AI-powered smart cities platform. We have increasing demand, because our population is growing, and therefore we need to manage and optimize the infrastructure, the energy consumption, the traffic flow, waste management, and environmental monitoring. The seventh would be a space-based AI data services and resource management. So you have analytics with satellite imagery and data collected by SpaceX, and then of course XAI can do the space resource management and maybe also orbital cleanup, because our skies are more and more polluted and making space exploration more and more dangerous. The eighth would be a global neural network of collective intelligence. I love AI. I brainstorm with it daily with multiple different LLMs. But I also see the advantages of the human brain, especially when it comes to lateral thinking, to creativity, and therefore to have a neural network where you can collaborate instantly without typing or talking or however you want to communicate, just by thinking, would be an amazing asset and could open up faster and more creative solutions in all industries and all around the world. The ninth idea, of course, then we need to start constructing AI-assisted megastructures in space. And again, you have SpaceX, you have Tesla Robotics and XAI. And if you combine those, you could build large-scale space stations, structures that would be a starting point for further deep space explorations, be it to Moon, be it to Mars, or even further out. And all self-serving, and maybe even with a surplus of energy and resources that's being funneled back to Earth. And the last idea are AI-enabled space utilization and mass colonization initiatives. So imagine if you utilize all of those different companies, and start then venturing out into space and gathering the resources, utilizing the space and starting to terraform planets. That would be the first step to becoming a Kardashev civilization. So I see this roadmap. Of course, I didn't put any years into it because it's just a vision, an idea, a hope for the future. And yeah, thank you for watching. This was my Formula One business exercise. One day, one person, one challenge. Contact me if you have any challenges for AI, strategic, business, and creative consulting. You can also check out my website, my YouTube channel, and of course my LinkedIn. I'm happy to help. Just let me know what your challenge is.